Hi there, Aries. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa, from the Aries Stereo. This is going to be your love general messages as a general reading, so it may resonate with you or it may not. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down the description box below for a personal reading with me if you want, okay? So in this reading, Aries, it's going to be you versus them format. I'm going to be pulling a card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today, what their energy currently is like, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the reading, okay? Oh. Oh, so a fast get together is coming through to you. This is what you don't see coming here. A lot of you might also still be haunted by, you know, the things that happening with you in the past. There's going to be like some moments, especially in the late at night, around 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. where you would kind of like feel like a little bit of a pang of something that happened from you with the past. That anxiety is going to erupt it. But fear not, because I do feel that there's like a really good thing happening to you here that is very fast in the future, okay? Now, in this person's current energy, they have the Ace of Swords, the Lovers, and also the Ten of Wands. If we're talking about one person here, I do feel that this person right now has like a lot of clarity about the way in which they would want to have a connections with you. It feels scary to them at first. It feels that, wow, like this is a lot of feelings, and I know that I'm going to be conquering my fear here, and I'm also going to be putting in the effort in order for me to have something with Aries. We could be talking about two different people here, actually, because the energy here is a bit conflicting, especially in the present moment and also in the future. We're going to clarify them. Now, what is your challenges here, Aries? You have the Seven of Cups, and then you also have the Fool card. Your challenges here has a lot to do with you clearing up the confusion so that you can make a very decisive decisions whether or not you want to take a giant leap of faith towards something, okay? So in the past, the Five of Cups and also the Queen of Wands in reverse from this person's side. From your side, you have the Knight of Wands, and you also have the Nine of Cups. I feel that in the past, you guys were very much focus on getting back into your mojo or getting back into the things that makes you feel good about yourself. And I feel that whoever it is that you're dealing with then, you know, is a bit frustrated because you choose you. And the thing is that with the Five of Cups in this deck of mine is very different than a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, okay? Because the Five of Cups, as you can see here, it's still holding that Two of Cups. So there is this acknowledgement of them still loving you, but they aren't really happy, or they weren't really pleased about the fact that you were choosing yourself over maybe doing something towards this person. Now, in the present moment, this person is the Four of Wands and also the High Priestess in reverse. I do feel that there's going to be like a lot of clarity, and there's going to be like a lot of secrets that is going to be coming out in the present moment, and simply because you're the King of Swords, because you know what you want this time. You're different than you were in the past. In the past, you were the Knight of Wands, right? You come and go, oh, everything is going to be okay. You have this full-blown optimism, but right now you're much more stern about, no, what I want is the collective happiness. What I do want in my life is a Ten of Cups, a collective happiness, not that person's happiness only, or not just my happiness only. I want a relationship that is functional, a relationship that does serve a purpose for the both parties that are involved in that relationship. So that's basically what you want here, Aries, and I think that's basically what you're going to get in this week, okay? Four of Wands and also the High Priestess in reverse. Now, if you're dealing with a new person, I do feel that there's going to be like a really happy time going on between you and this new person. However, with the past person that you're dealing with, I do feel that you're putting like a block or a barriers between you and the other person, because you feel that the other, you know, the past person had been a bit immoral and had been a bit unfair, I would say. In the future, Page of Wands in reverse and also the Ten of Pentacles. From your side, you have the Knight of Swords and you also have the King of Wands. As I said earlier, there's going to be something here that is happening really fast, because both of you strongly want one another. And you're going to make that happen. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles from their side and you have the King of Wands. There's that certainty. The thing that is still a challenge for you here about whether or not I want to take a giant leap of faith towards this or not, it's going to get cleared in the future. And I feel that you're going to be much more decisive about what you want. And this person is also going to be quite happy here. So let's get into your reading, Aries, and I'm going to clarify them, okay? First of all, let's clarify the present moment. I want to clarify from their side first with that Four of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and also the Ten of Swords. So there's a realizations coming from this person, okay? That actually, I think this person in the past had always been very self-sufficient, or had always been very independent, or had always choose their freedom above all else. But they're realizing, especially if you guys are dealing with either a Pisces or an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there's this realizations that comes to them that, you know what, me choosing my own thing is leading me nothing but pain. There's also this realizations of like, you know what, in order to be in a relationship, I gotta compromise. I gotta not to be focused just on me. Clarify the High Priestess in reverse. Five of Cups, the Fool card, and also the Seven of Cups. Yeah. I mean, your past person here, the person that you were dealing with in the past here, really is like, I think it was a choice that they made, right? Like they wanted to take a giant leap of faith over their freedom, but I just want to be free. I just want to be independent. I just want to be a bit reckless. You know, I just want to be caring a lot more about myself. But there is a regret here because whatever path it is that they chose in the past was leading them to this, the Five of Cups. Now they're regretting something. There's like a deep regret. And I feel that you're going to be hearing from it though. Let's clarify that Ten of Cups from your side, Aries. Lovers, the Two of Pentacles, and also the Page of Wands. Now, I do feel that the table is turned. The table is turning. Because in the past, this person was very much focused on themselves, right? Instead of the connections, instead of compromising within the connections. And now, it's your turn. Now, you're the one who's like, okay, I don't know. Focusing on myself feels so good. Being me feels so good. So I'm not really sure what is it that I want. Do I want to be involving myself with this Lovers? You could be dealing with a Gemini or a fire sign as well here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But what is it that I want to do? Do I want to, you know, be in a relationship with someone? Do I really want to be working on these connections? Or do I just want to be pursuing my own independence? Or do I just want to be choosing me as you did in the past? Now let's clarify that King of Swords. Four of Swords, Knight of Swords, and also the Five of Wands. Okay, and a lot of this confusions and a lot of this, like, I'm not really sure, or I'm not really keen on what is it that I'm deciding, has a lot to do with you. There is a feeling here that you're trying to push aside, Aries, okay? Something that happened in the past that you want to gain clarity, that you want to have answers, okay? And one of the confusion here that you're having has a lot to do with you needing to know, like, I can't just let it rest. I can't just let it go. I need to know. I need to know. And especially if you're dealing with your past person here who had made you confused by a lot, before you want to be jumping on straight into everything is okay between us, you want to clear the air. You want to know what is going on. Especially if you're dealing with someone who likes to be avoiding conflict or who likes to kind of like invalidate what you're feeling, you would want to get things straight here. Now let's clarify the Page of Wands in reverse in the future from their side. No, I actually want to see the Knight of Swords in reverse here from your side because it looks intense. The Tower, the Queen of Wands, and also the Seven of Swords. Let's see the King of Wands. Ace of Cups, the Strength card, and also the Emperor. Most of you know something. It's either you consciously know that or you subconsciously know that. Your intuition is really on point. And as I said earlier, there's something here about the truth that is going to come out. Someone here thought that they could get away with something. But what's happening here is the Queen of Wands, which is the fire sign you. That person is walking straight to you. Let's clarify that Page of Wands in reverse. Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, and also the Devil. Very interesting, Aries. I think it has a lot to do with you, and I think it has already begun in the past where you're starting to respect yourself. So you're not going to be allowing, people who are just up for themselves, people who are just breadcrumbing you, because I do feel that when this person comes around, either in the present moment or in the future, you're going to be calling them out on something here. You're going to be calling them out. Oh, you think I don't know? You're not going to get away with this. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to confront you with this. If this person had a tendency to breadcrumb you, I feel that you are going to be telling them not to breadcrumb you anymore. It's just more of you calling them out or more of you confronting this person. Someone here really thought they could get away with something. Let's see. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles for me. King of Swords, the Three of Wands, and also the Queen of Swords. So there's going to be like a really, really intense standoff going on between the both of you in the future. Okay? That conversation about you calling them out is going to happen. You standing your ground is also going to be happening. This person in the future would try to kind of like stand their ground, but they think like, you know what, like that's stupid. Let's just have this direct, intense conversations in the future. I do feel that there's a high tendencies that you guys are not going to be singles anymore longer, especially if this is applying to you, because that whatever confrontations that you started, because you're going to call them out here, Aries. And when you do that, it's going to lead the way of like having a very, very direct and straightforward type of conversations about what you both want in one another. And I feel that there's going to be a compromise finally in the future, where you're going to be standing your ground and this person would see that, okay, Aries is not budging. Okay, you're right. You know what? Like, I think I need to compromise a little bit here in the connections, which will then result in the Ten of Pentacles and also the King of Wands. Especially if you guys are dealing with an air sign here, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, that conversation is going to be very straightforward. It's going to be very direct. There's no more things that are hidden in the dark. It's going to be very direct because you are going to be very direct. So if you're thinking about like, you know what, I think I should just be enabling their behavior. I should not be calling them out because I'm afraid of how they're reacting. You're so wrong. By you calling someone out, by you confronting someone when they think that they could get away with something, it could actually lead to something that is good for the both of you, okay, for these connections. Now, let's pull some advice card for you here. King of Cups in upright position, the Five of Cups in reverse, and you also have the Queen of Pentacles. I think even though you've been focusing a lot more on yourself, you've been in these situations before, right? Where you feel that you're kind of like mourning over something. There's a dark cloud going on between the both of you. Should I help them or should I not? Should I do something about the relationship or should I not do something about this relationship? Now, it's better for you to start releasing those emotions. You see this King of Cups in his deck of mine? This King of Cups is aware that his cup is getting very full. The thing is that with being a King of Cups, being someone with so much emotional maturity, we get to choose what type of emotions we can feel. We get to choose. And it's about you here, Aries. You need to start choosing what type of emotions you would like to feel. If that is a negative emotions, you need to start letting that go. Okay? Why? Because why? Why do you need to hold on to negative emotions? The Queen of Pentacles in this deck of mine has a lot to do with her looking at that reflections in that Pentacles and realizing that, wow, I'm such a valuable person. When you see yourself as a person of value, you then get to see like, okay, that is not worth it of me to feel. That's not worth it for me to think about it. That's not worthy for me to worry about it. You have this fear of, which is weird because all the Aries I know, they usually would stand up for themselves. They're usually very blunt and direct, correct? But there is this like, if I do that, what would this person think of me? Now, it's time for you to stop thinking about that. Because again, as this reading says, that if you were to be calling this person out, if you're confronting something within these connections, that's when everything starts aligning here, okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Aries. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.